Okay, we're back. I think we need a container. And I have unearthed a big zinc planter. We actually got it from the allotment. We salvaged it. There's only one problem. Okay, so excuse the mess. This is the back garden with the compost store. Some pots. Normally my potting table lives here, so we've pulled it out for filming earlier. Then I have my kangaroo bags for cleanup. I need to empty those. And this that has been sitting there, you can tell, for a little while. It's full of water, but it's quite big, and I really like that it's zinc. I like that metal look. So I think we can do something nice with it. So we'll give this a clean, empty it from water, poke some drainage holes, and then I think it's going to be really pretty for planting. Let's get started. So the first thing we have to do is save this water. This is rainwater, and we have a little storage bed here hidden. It's a barbecue. More. Now that the rainwater has been saved and the container emptied, we need to poke some drainage holes at the bottom just to make sure that it doesn't fill up again and to make sure we keep our plants happy. But first, I'm having a go at trying to clean up a bit the surface just to make it easier to see what we do and try not to make such a big mess. I need to drill into metal, so I'm making sure to select the appropriate bits. In the middle? Yep. Bang in the middle? Don't sound weird. Okay. Broken. Pot 1, drill 0. So I ended up using a smaller drill bit because I couldn't get through with a bigger one. So now that we have our drainage hole sorted, we need to fill this container. And as you can tell, I think this is about at least 1 meter high. So that's going to be a lot of soil. And one, that's expensive. And two, it's probably going to be super heavy to carry around. And so I want to fill it with something that is light, of course, so that even though it's going to be a big container, it's going to be lightweight, so easy to move around. And something that I have available at hand. It so happens that we just changed mattress, so we could try to recycle our old IKEA mattress. Just have to take a look and see if the material it's made of is suitable. Let's go take a look. Well, let's cut it up. To purity table. We have the big guns, but I don't think I'll start with that. This is a reciprocating saw, and you can fit like several types of blades. This is really, we use it for heavy lifting to cut branches. And then we found this little handsaw that we already pre-fitted with the wood blade. And I think I'm going to start with this baby right here. I think the first thing I'm going to do is cut it in half because it's super heavy to handle, as you could tell. I'm not too worried that this is not like a perfect cut because there's quite a bit of spring in the moss, so I think I can push it down in the container and the shape is just going to fill. I'm just stacking my rings of foam to fill up my container, and I'm leaving about 30 centimeters to fill up with a compost mix for my plants. Now we're a couple of days later. I'm getting ready for planting, and I'll start by adding my compost mix into the container. I've decided to use an obelisk to bring a little bit more height and balance the height of the container and the height of my planting. And I also pre-laid my plants where I want to plant them, just to check that I like everything as it is. When putting together planters, you want to make sure that you pick plants that can live together, in the sense that they have the same sunlight requirements, they like the same type of soil, they like the same level of moisture in the soil, and all of the ones that I show you here do that. They like moist, well-drained soil and can tolerate partial shade to sunlight, so that's absolutely perfect. So I am thinking I'm going to use the end of the Viola Deltini. Doesn't that scream spring to you? Look, it's picking its little tongue. It's so cute. There's maybe a little room for one more here. What do you think?
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed watching this container come together. I'll leave a list of the plants down below if that interests you, and we'll give you progress updates to see how everything grows. And now I'll just be placing it in its final spot next to our little sofa. So it's a space that gets mostly shade but just a little bit of sunlight, so all these plants should be very happy there. I've already watered it, so oh gosh, I can't move it. Okay, tip number 3, I think we're tip number 3. Only water a container when it's in its final position. Ta-da! Actually, I got a bit of help to move this, but reveal now, a bit of panning shots. What do you think? I think it looks super cute. I didn't do that. It ended up being way too heavy anyway. But I think now that it's in its final position, that'll be really cute. And so one could completely swap the plants in spring or in summer. And I can't wait for the clematis to grow here. And maybe I'll even train it up on the wall or along the fence. It'll be absolutely beautiful. So we'll see how it goes. Bye!